About an hour north of Belfast on the coastal road is Carnlough Harbour, and this was our first stop off for the Game of Thrones filming locations. The harbour was built by the owners of the quarries, who would export limestone to the UK, Sweden and the Netherlands, as well as other countries. The harbour was also used as a filming location for Game of Thrones. In season 6, Arya Stark was stabbed and thrown into the Braavos Canal, and she resurfaces in episode 7 in this harbour. This is Magramorn Quarry, and this was a filming location for Castle Black and The Wall. We weren't really allowed to stop here, so this is a bit of bonus content.
Now, I think it was somebody with a degree and no common sense, well, decided to paint it white, which was a good idea, but they used biodegradable paint. Unfortunately, in Northern Ireland it rains an awful lot, so they painted it about 6 times, then they got fed up painting it, and go about another 5 stories down to the quarry basement. Say, about 2 weeks ago, they just released, there was rumours for about a year that they were going to come back and do another series here in Northern Ireland. It was just rumours, and about 2 weeks ago they confirmed it on the radio. They're coming back and they're going to do another series over here, and we don't know what it is about yet, but we think it's going to be Jon Snow. That's why the caves, well, that's why we think the caves are closed, but some of it's getting done, well, most of it's getting done in Belfast studios. I'm going to go here before I get my collar filled. So we got our first cruise ship in 98. Last year we had 204 cruise ships in. This year we have 237 booked in, about 45, 46 have been erratic. So we went from absolutely nothing within 25, 26 years to being probably one of the top 10 places in the world to come and visit.
Our second day in Belfast saw us head north to some Game of Thrones locations, and in particular the Dark Hedges, which are part of the Kingsroad out of King's Landing. Now this estate was built in 1775, and James Stewart wanted a grand driveway leading up to his house, so he ordered 150 beech trees to be planted along this driveway, and this driveway became the filming location for the Dark Hedges. Our coach parked at the Dark Hedges Hotel, and it was about a 15-minute walk. I just want to point out, this is not the Dark Hedges, this is just me being curious. These beech trees have an average life of about 250 years, so the Dark Hedges are actually approaching the end of their expected life. This right here, where the trees are densely populated, is your Instagram shot. 150 trees were originally planted, and there are about 80 left, so you'll see all the gaps as we venture down the road. In 2016, these trees were battered by Storm Gertrude, as well as various other storms since, and the latest, Storm Aisha, in January 2024 felled another 2 trees, and it's expected that most of these trees will actually be gone in the next 10 years or so. Some good has come out of this though, as those trees that have fallen have been given to sculptors or creators, and they have sculpted and created 10 doors that they've positioned in bars and restaurants around Northern Ireland on the filming locations of Game of Thrones. So that's the Dark Hedges, and if you want to see this place, then I'd suggest you probably book it sooner rather than later. The Giant's Causeway was nothing to do with our Game of Thrones tour, however it is the most extraordinary part of the coastline in Northern Ireland. These are basalt columns, which is solidified lava stone, and there's an estimated 40,000 of these on the Giant's Causeway. They are mainly hexagonal in shape, but some have fewer sides, some have more sides, and they fit together basically like a jigsaw puzzle. This was all a result of volcanic activity that happened about 60 million years ago. There are various shapes and sizes, and some of the pillars are 12 metres in height. Whilst the causeway's been here for millions of years, it wasn't officially recognised for its uniqueness or rarity until 1692. The Bishop of Londonderry visited the area with his student, and intrigued by what he found, he reported his findings to colleagues in Dublin, and then London. A year later, Sir Richard Buckley of Trinity College, Cambridge visited the site and wrote a paper on it, which led to investigations into the origins of these rocks. And this has led us to our modern day understanding of the causeway. And in 1986 the causeway was designated as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Thanks very much for watching. Hit that like, comment and subscribe buttons, and we'll catch you on the next one.